Help me. Woman handcuffed by medical staff sparks outrage in Henan. On May 16 in Yuzhou, Henan, viral video shows a woman, Jianqing, handcuffed and forcibly strapped to a stretcher by emergency personnel outside a hotel. She repeatedly cried out, "I'm clear-headed and healthy. Why does a hospital bring handcuffs? Help me." Passers-by stood by, with one filming but admitting he fled, fearing being taken by 120 himself. Authorities later claimed the woman suffered from anxiety and depression and that her family consented to compulsory measures to prevent harm, but the incident has reignited concerns across Chinese social media. Beijing lawyer Chen Peng questioned whether mental illness is being used as a cover for forced hospitalization, stating, "Too many are being labeled mentally ill without legal consequences for the abusers." Footage of Li's distress has triggered fierce public debate over abuse of psychiatric authority in China, especially in cases involving whistleblowers or disputes. Many now fear the growing trend of psychiatric kidnapping used to silence or control dissent, all under the guise of public safety. Henan bank protesters stopped. They vanish when we film. On May 15, depositors from village banks in Beijing, Henan, and beyond reported being tailed around the clock by unidentified men. Videos show these stalkers fleeing whenever confronted or filmed. On May 17 in Zhengzhou, depositors meeting a central inspection team were again followed, men in black clothing trailing closely. One clip shows them silently lurking just feet behind. Victims said police were notified but failed to act. The scenes echo growing fears of harassment against financial victims seeking justice, especially amid China's escalating rural bank crisis and ongoing efforts to suppress grassroots unrest. The runaway needles. Medical staff mock China's procurement scandal. Viral videos show Chinese medical staff exposing faulty devices from centralized procurement. Catheters spinning like poles, needles ejecting mid-use. One joked, "Don't panic, just call customer service and say, 'My needle ran away from home again.'" The clips highlight growing fears over safety in China's bargain medical supply deals. Fujian restaurant sparks outrage, foreign flags trampled and burned. On May 17 in Guangzhou, Fujian, video shows a restaurant owner laying US, Israeli, and Japanese flags as doormats, urging students to stomp on them. In another clip, he burns the Israeli flag and wipes his shoes with it. The act drew backlash online for inciting hatred. Namewee exposes China's artist contracts, total control over life. Malaysian singer Namewee, banned in China, revealed the harsh terms artists face when working there. In a recent video, he shared how agency contracts demand total control. Personal life, speech, and artistic content must align with China's political stance. Breaking these rules could mean fines of tens of millions of RMB. Namewee recalled a 2018 contract requiring censorship of past works like Son of Heaven and banning any mention of Taiwan or Tibetan independence. "They can use Chinese law to fine me for things done in Taiwan," he said. "It's terrifying." Hong Kong Keeta Couriers strike again. On Saturday, dozens of Keeta food delivery drivers in Kowloon City went on strike, gathering at Yueshi Plaza in Sanpo Kong. Video shows workers holding signs and shouting demands, echoing last week's Suwon protest. At issue, lowered delivery rates and a new priority dispatch system. Some displayed proof of cross-district orders, like 2 deliveries from Hong Kong Island for just HK $55.00. They slammed the platform's pay structure as unreasonable and called on Keeta to reform its system. The growing unrest underscores rising labor tensions in Hong Kong's gig economy. Drought hits Gansu, propaganda sparks backlash. Blame the people again? As rivers dry and farmland cracks in drought-stricken Gansu and Henan, Huating City released a water-saving campaign video, but instead of support, it triggered a wave of online backlash. In viral clips, netizens mocked the government's message, saying, "I've never eaten bear paws or shark fins, never been on a yacht, never played golf, but I'm always blamed." The sarcastic tone reflects growing frustration as citizens feel scapegoated for environmental damage while elites continue lavish lifestyles untouched. The footage exposes the widening trust gap between ordinary Chinese and official propaganda during crisis.